you've been working at DAF, like that's all that your granddad needed to hear.
So, hey everyone, here we are in the city of Eindhoven, the home for DAF Trucks. And here with me today is an amazing guy that has been treating us like kings and royal family over the couple of past few days. Tim from DAF Trucks. Can you please introduce yourself?
Sure, thanks Daniel. I'm Tim, I'm from DAF Trucks. I work in the truck sales publications department, and we take care of sales information to bodybuilders, to our salespersons. So it's basically what we do is translating all the technical information into sales information. For example, we do this also a little bit with Euro Truck Simulator, where we of course want to get our trucks as well represented as possible. Yeah, and that's why we're having you over, because it's been really a pleasure for us to have you over, a privilege as well. And we just hope to give you the best DAF experience that you can get, because I feel it's an amazing company, and I want to bring this over to you guys. And I hope I gave you a little bit of this these couple of days.
You really did. You really did a great job. We've been impressed by everything we've been able to see. And for how long do you work for DAF Trucks?
So I've been working at DAF for almost 2 years now. So also for me, the last 2 years has been a completely new experience, learning everything about these trucks. I've studied here in Eindhoven, and I've always seen the DAF factory, but really to be there and see how much work goes into these trucks and how important it still is in the world to transport goods. And I mean, we've seen this in recent years, right, where you can't really go without trucks. We still need them, and I think we will need them for at least some decades, maybe even longer. So like they won't go away.
Everything you can buy in any store was delivered by a truck at certain point. So they are very, very important for the world to keep spinning, basically.
Yeah, sure. And if you see how much work goes into there, you've seen it with your own eyes. There's 250 trucks leaving the factory here in Eindhoven every day, and when you hear that number, you're like, okay, that's
quite a lot.
That's quite a lot. But then if you see how much work goes into that, you're even more impressed. And that was for me also the experience when I first saw. You've been to the Westerlo factory with our new cabs. You've been to the factory here with the chassis and the engines, and also you took a little sneak peek in the electric truck assembly. Like I said, it's up to you to say it, but I still feel it's very impressive sometimes.
It is, and it was like every of the places we've been able to see got something special, something like very unique and very impressive. And how many people work for DAF Trucks here in Eindhoven? So maybe also in combined with the not far away other factory in Belgium.
Yep. So here in Eindhoven we have, I think, about 7,300 people working. We have product development, we have sales, we have marketing, we have the factories itself. But then, like you mentioned, in Westerlo we have another 2,400 people working, and this is where all the new generation DAF cabins are made. We've built like a complete new factory to house this like grand facility. We had to rethink everything to be able to really bring the best possible truck, which according to these new regulations that we've been able to build or to develop these new trucks, and we had to change everything for that, at least on the cab side. This also enabled us to get a lot of more robots in, for example, and we made everything very, very ergonomically friendly also for the people there. So
that's one of the things I really like there, how you were trying your best to provide the people working there the best environment to work, that they have machines that are helping them to lift everything, or at some points, you know, the workstation even get in like lower into the ground or above, so they don't need to like bend or lift up heavy things. That was really cool to see.
Yes, and I mean, improvements are still going on. Continuous improvement is within DAF is a very big topic, I would say. We're continuously improving all of our systems within DAF, but still, like in the new factory, you can see, you saw with your own eyes, we've now like got autonomous robots driving around. We're starting with that as well.
I believe there was like 145 robots there.
Yeah, the robots themselves. Yeah. That's just placing the panels and everything. And now, I mean, we're still, like with the NGD, there's been such high demands also. We are really pressed to by the market to keep on improving, keep on getting better. And it's amazing to see how fast sometimes these developments are going.
Yeah, the new range, the NGD range, as you mentioned, is still getting very successful. And you told us the story behind us and with how the whole big bet from your company went because you guys started designing and working on it even in 2014, right? And then it was not sure if or maybe I will leave it to you. Maybe you can tell us the story and how risky it was for the company
to be honest, I wasn't there, of course, in 2013, but we've been talking with Bart van Lotering, our head of design, and he explained us when DAF decided at some point we need to replace the big XF, the archetype DAF, the classic DAF. We need to replace the cab because it's run out of life. Really, to make big improvements, we need to change it. And while at the same time, EU has been pushing very hard. It has been ever since that moment, or ever since Euro 1 got introduced, to reduce the emissions and reduce fuel consumption as well, which of course for our customers is the most important. All of these companies, they're truck companies, they have the same challenge to reduce these emissions, but all of them said at one point we are at the crossroads where we can't really get much more without really new regulations, because we wanted to do, for example, what DAF did was a lot of aerodynamics, and this was only possible because of the new regulations. So 2014, basically, we were already working on the new DAF, but only in 2017 the new regulations came in. So at that time we finally knew really the rules we had to work with. And then I think around 2019 they were enforced, these new rules. In 2021, during COVID even, we launched the new cars. So
it must be such challenging times for...
Yeah, I guess so. And I mean, we've seen with Bart what they did in design, that they did so many things online. They've done so many different... And I mean, DAF was always... You've seen how many people work there. It was always this company where everyone came to office, and then at one point everyone had to stay home and we had to work from home, and we had to find a solution to that. But I believe this is really a bit of the magic of DAF. Sometimes it can seem a bit sturdy because it's a big company. We've been around for quite long. But then when pressure becomes really high, we can really be adaptive and we
flexible
always flexible and make the most of things. And I mean, I've been quite impressed. I've been very lucky to come in at a time that these models, the NGD, XF, XG, XG Plus, they just had been introduced. When I started working at marketing and sales, the knowledge grew so fast. I learned so much about these things.
How do you see them now, the NGD trucks? Like, what do you like about them the most, or in particular? Or maybe if you could highlight your favorite feature or favorite design element? Or
I think the thing that makes it most futuristic, and it's not even that much of a DAF special, but I think to most people who don't know trucks, at first they might not even notice the elongated cab.
Yeah.
But of course, to truck drivers, it's very visible. For me, for example, I find the DAF digital vision system very impressive. That's for me one of the standout features. If you're getting in DAF new generation, you should have that on there. For me.
For me as well, even more the corner view.
Yeah, the corner eye.
Such an amazing feature.
Yeah, it's incredible how much you can see in that. And for me, I didn't know much about trucks at first, and to see I sort of grew up with the new generation trucks, and then when I see the other trucks that we have or our competitors have, with all the mirrors around the car, I'm like, why did we ever do that? Like, like from an efficiency standpoint, it's even like with general knowledge, you're like, okay, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
And then even like you've seen it, the vision is extremely well. When I had some luck when I got the opportunity to drive one of these trucks 1 month in, and just how easy it was for me to drive these things. It wasn't.
And how quiet it is, and how comfortable it is to
it's
sit
quiet
in it.
and comfortable, but I mean, we shouldn't like. There's a big responsibility in truck driving, but just from a driver's point of view, I was on the test track without any other traffic, so it's going to be much harder when they are there. I know from the game actually. But just stepping into the car and a truck and then just driving off, and how much vision you have. It's if you're in a rigid like the distribution trucks, it's just like you're driving a big car basically. And with the automated gearbox and even like things like hill assist, and it's so easy to drive. It's so easy to drive, and such comfortable, so much comfort as well.
And today we had a chance to actually sit in the XG Plus, and I must say it's very big, and I mean, I can imagine like pretty easily to travel around in that one. And
we sometimes joke you could even live in it for a couple of weeks maybe.
I was standing there straight, and I still couldn't touch the roof. So
we are pretty tall guys.
Yeah, that was really big. All right, and I also heard from you the other day that you are actually now finishing or planning to do your own CDL license, right? To be able to maybe participate in one of your amazing ride and drive events you do for.
It's not my major goal, but. No, the main reason I'm getting it, and I'm very fortunate because I'm in a position in the company where it's really part of my job. I'm also a competition analyst. So in our sales platform, we do compare features and benefits of different trucks and make it easy for salesmen to show them what the benefits are of our DAF trucks.
So you basically like need to have one license. Like,
I need to be able to drive other trucks to compare.
It helps your job a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Because there are these closed events at which you can drive other trucks, but then again, mostly you can drive tractor combinations, only rigids, for example. And then also, I mean, it's always better if you have more experience in the truck, you know what to look at. And
as you mentioned, you're working for DAF for almost 2 years. And how is it to work for DAF, or maybe even in automotive industry in general? Because maybe some of the viewers might be considering to pick automotive industry as their career choice, or maybe even to apply for DAF at maybe not right here in Eindhoven, but maybe for some dealers around the world. So
how it's been, to me it's been a very special experience because we were in the DAF museum yesterday, and I never envisioned myself working for DAF, to be honest. You would really underestimate the truck industry. It's really easy to underestimate that, how much goes in there and how much you can do there. And within DAF especially, for me, I've already transitioned. I transitioned from department once. I had my role change twice after that. There's just to show how much you can do within the company. You can really grow within the company, especially in DAF.
That's always good. Yeah.
And there's so many things to do, and they're always very open for you to go anywhere. And for me, I studied at the University of Technology here in Eindhoven, so I did automotive technology, which is part of the electrical engineering program. But I've always been creative at heart.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard to find that combination. Also because they don't know that they're looking for it, and I don't know what exactly I'm looking for. But somehow I found my role here, and I'm really enjoying this. Funny story, I used to live across the DAF Museum for 3 or 4 years, never went there. And then I nearly moved. Like shortly before I moved, I went for the first time with my dad. And we went to the top level, not where the trucks are, but where the passenger cars are. And he's just walking through like the gallery of these passenger cars, and he pointed like, your granddad had this car, your granddad had this car, your granddad had this car. And I never knew this, like how big DAF was in the history of the Netherlands, but also within my family. And then my dad said, my granddad, he passed away like 10, 12 years ago. But to hear my dad say like, you've been working at DAF, like that's all that your granddad needed to hear. That's those kind of things that they really touch you. And it's been really, I never knew this, and it's really brought some, it sparked something within me to.
It's great to,
great
to hear. And I believe like people here in Eindhoven are really proud on DAF as a brand in general, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know that in 5 years, so it's going to be in 2028, you guys are going to celebrate 100 years anniversary, right? And maybe you can't say, and we all will 100% understand that, but can we be looking for something special for that anniversary?
Well, that's not up to me to say. And I honestly don't know at the moment, because this weekend we have the 95th anniversary of DAF. Every 5 years we have a family day. So we get to bring it's really a coincidence since I only work here for 2 years. So I'm really lucky to get to bring my family in DAF, especially my dad is coming as well. So, but what other things we will do around that time, I don't know. It's at the moment we're so busy just with the NGD, the new generation DAF, and also
the vocational trucks you recently revealed, also introduced.
And the electric trucks that are coming up. So for now, I think we're pretty busy.
That's awesome, and maybe we will see some of that even in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Who knows?
Let's hope so.
I
I think I enjoy driving them in the game, and I think many of your fans enjoy driving them. So
absolutely.
We know they always want the newest stuff. So I mean,
the hunger is always there for the latest truck, for the latest technology, for the latest everything.
Yeah, and for me, there's only one new generation truck at the moment, so.
True. Well, thank you so much, not only for the amazing treatment we've got from you and your colleagues over the couple of past days, but also for the big help you are for the game, basically, and for the DAF trucks that are in the game, or also for the few projects we are already working on for the future. We can't reveal much, but thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a joy to work with you. So thanks for coming over, and thanks for doing this.
Awesome. Thank you. And we will see you at the next episode.